So you're thinking about making a move to San Antonio, but curious where all the locals hang out. Today, I am going to show you around the Pearl. We are downtown, and this is the it spot for the locals of San Antonio. Now, the Riverwalk is definitely where the tourists go, but the Pearl is where all the locals go. As you can see, it's quite busy here this morning. We're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe or tap the bell for notifications to ensure that you're one of the first to be notified when we bring you new market updates. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Steven Garza and I get phone calls and emails from people just like you every single day who are looking to make a move into the area. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below in the description box, and Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Now let's dive in to the Pearl. We're gonna take a walk around. Today is the farmers market, so every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, they have a great farmers market for you to come pick up some local anything. Beef jerky, vegetables, little homemade gadgets. All the things are offered here at the farmers market, but the Pearl has everything you can possibly think of, from shopping, restaurants, bars of every kind, right? You've got coffee bars, wine bars, regular bars, all the things you have right here at this Pearl Brewery. Now, it is no longer an operational brewery. In 2001, it was sold to an investor, and he wanted to revitalize the area, but we have been brewing beer, the Triple X Pearl, here since 1880. In 1883, they gave it the name of the Triple X Pearl and was brewed here all the way until 2001, when Miller stepped in and took over the brewing for Lone Star and Pearl in Houston. So just some history. It's been around since the 1800s, and in 2015 is when the Hotel Emma purchased the main structure, which was right behind us a second ago, and turned it into a hotel. Now the rates there range from $400 to $800 a night. So if you are gonna come and stay at the Pearl, you do have Hotel Emma, which honestly I would highly recommend. It's a beautiful, beautiful hotel. And you've got restaurants of sorts. So why don't I show you around everything that the Pearl has to offer, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Now I am outside Hotel Emma, and as you can see, it is beautiful. And one thing that I wanted to mention about it, now the rates are anywhere from $400 to $800 a night. And I honestly think it's only gonna increase because they have a restaurant over here that's attached to it called Supper. And it actually just got its first Michelin star. So I know a 1-star Michelin star isn't crazy exciting, but for San Antonio, it is. It's our first Michelin star in San Antonio. So some of the very best restaurants are located right here in the Pearl. I personally attribute that to the fact that the Culinary Arts Institute of America is located right here in the Pearl. So they are training some amazing chefs right here, and a lot of them honestly end up being chefs at these local restaurants. So right across you have Mon Chou Chou, which is a French restaurant. Definitely recommend you trying it out while you're in San Antonio, but it is one you will most likely need to get a reservation for because they fill up fast. Then right next to it, you have the Boiler Room, which is a wine beer garden with Texas barbecue. So highly recommended as well if you want to see what Texas barbecue is about. That's a great place to hang out. You don't necessarily need reservations for that. So let's go check out some of the other great restaurants right here at the Pearl. All right, so now we are here at the newer part of the Pearl that they just added on in the last 3 years. You've got Lick, an ice cream shop right behind me. Honestly, you cannot come to the Pearl without stopping at Lick. They do very interesting flavors. They have one that's like beets and artichoke. I don't know, but it's really good. Lots of interesting flavors that are really good that you'll definitely want to check out. You also have a diner over here in the corner. That's a super great diner. Steve and I have been a few times for brunch, and honestly, I have some friends meeting me later today, and that is exactly where we're going to end up to go get some brunch. So you have some water features behind us that have become great areas for kids to come and beat the heat. In the main part of the Pearl, they also have that big splash pad so kids can cool off during the summer as well. Now you also have businesses. So this area behind me is all businesses. You've got engineering firms and lawyers, just some different businesses that have decided to office out of the Pearl. I could not do that because I would spend all my money at all of these wonderful restaurants. So the next place that we are coming up on is a new restaurant called Ladino, and it is a Mediterranean restaurant. This lighting's probably pretty horrible with this lattice behind me, but Ladino is a great Mediterranean restaurant. They do offer hookah as well if you're into that. And it's all offered family style. So when you order there, you order big plates and you share it. That's what it's meant for. So, but they have a great lounging area out here that you can reserve for parties and things like that. So it's actually really cute, really cozy right here. Turn around. So super cute restaurant, good food. Just know that you're going to order 2 to 3 family items, and you'll want to share it. The family items get a little pricey, so you'll just want to make sure you are intending that. Now, it's market days today, guys, so it is abnormally packed, but I wanted to show you guys really why this is such an it place, because families just come and hang out. It's only 10 a.m. in the morning, and this place is booming. You've got a lot of new businesses and restaurants starting behind us. And as I walk into the farmer's market, it's gonna get crazy, but everybody has their dogs here, their kids. It's just a great family-friendly place to come on a Saturday morning. And honestly, any day during the week, if you wanna come for dinner, I would just suggest trying to book reservations because most of these places get packed fast. Let me just turn around and you can see the farmer's market behind me. It's busy. So you've got some really cool murals. You're exactly where you are supposed to be. So let's go check out a few more restaurants. All right, so now I am in another little courtyard they have here, and you've got Bakery Lorraine behind me, great coffee, and man, those pastries are really good. They have a chocolate croissant that I am obsessed with. Anyway, you've got Cured over here, which is another great restaurant. Definitely need to make reservations for that if you are anchoring a steak. Cured is where you want to go. They have great steak. And then across you have local coffee, which you will find local coffee all over San Antonio, but it used to be Merit Coffee, now it's local coffee, and they have their coffee right there. Now you also have down this stretch, you have local coffee, and then you have some shops, and then you have a wine bar, which is super great. I've been there a few times with some girlfriends for happy hour. It's great. They have charcuterie boards to go with that wine. And then over on the other side now, I know it is market day, so you see a lot of tents. These tents are not here during the week, only on the weekends, and honestly, it only lasts until noon, and then they're gone. But behind there are permanent shops that you can do some shopping. So they have clothes boutiques. They also have jewelry boutiques. They also have a lot of new massage and spa places on the opposite side over by the can plant, which is residential, but it's lease only. So a lot of the developers were smart when they came in here, and they pre-purchased these older buildings when they were revitalizing the area and turned them into apartments. So a lot of these big buildings down here, you can't purchase. They're all for lease. So they are high end, they are luxury living. I do not know the rents because I don't work in the rental world, but they are pretty high. So as far as residential housing in the Pearl District, there's not a lot because these developers bought all these big buildings surrounding it. But you do have a lot of townhomes that are popping up. They're within a mile. So could you walk to the Pearl? Yes. Would you want to? Maybe not. It just depends on the day. But in most 80% of the year, you're probably just going to want to drive. They do offer free parking for 2 hours, and then after that it is paid parking here at the Pearl. But if you did purchase one of those townhomes that are about a mile and a quarter away, you are looking at a price tag between $400,000 and $600,000. And there are lots of up and coming things in the area because this place, as you can see, is booming and becoming quite the talk around town where people want to live close. And in most things in Texas, you drive. So to have some extra townhomes and condos that are popping up in the area will be great if you wanted to live downtown. They've really revitalized this area, and it's becoming very big, not just in this Pearl District, but outside in the Tobin and Balcones Heights. So let's go check out the Riverwalk because I want to show you the difference between tourist Riverwalk and this part of the Riverwalk that's actually very peaceful. Let's go take a look. All right, so this section is fairly new. We're right next to the can plant, which is over here, which are apartments. And then they just opened up this Pullman Market, which is a grocery store, which is really great for all the locals. They have a lot of good pricing on wine and things like that in the market, but they've also opened up a few restaurants right inside this Pullman Market as well. So you've got Fire and Farro, which is like Italian, so pizzas and pastas. I went there with my mom for her birthday. It is really great, but maybe not on a Saturday night because it's a little busy. But if you wanted to know, the Pearl's 22 acres. So they really only have developed half of it at this point. So it just keeps growing. All of this was added within the last year. So big growth down here at the Pearl, which is why it's attracting so many people. And it's got this cute little courtyard. And then there's also a Mexican restaurant called Mesquite. I might be saying that wrong. They spell it a little different. But as you can see behind me, there's a little courtyard area, another one. And then the Mexican restaurant. And then Fire and Farro is right over here on this side. We've got some new, I always want to call them condos, but they're just rentals. So right behind me, Southline, that's a new building that has been renovated and turned into apartments. Again, lots of high-end leasing opportunities down here. Unfortunately, I'm not in that market, but if you're looking to purchase, you know where to call. So let's go check out our next spot. right, so we are here at the back end of the Hotel Emma, and you have Sternworth, which is a tavern bar. They've got mixologists in there. I usually go there, or like to go there for my birthday. It's a really great spot to really just relax, have a nightcap. I've heard they have some of the best bourbon and whiskey. I'm not quite a bourbon or whiskey person, but I have heard they have some of the best. Now you also have Larder here, which they have like sandwiches and more like deli restaurant type of thing there. I honestly haven't been to this one, so we'll definitely need to check that out at some point. But here at the back end of the Emma, of the Hotel Emma, it backs up to the Riverwalk. And the reason why I want to take you here is because it's not what people assume the Riverwalk to be. When you hear about San Antonio and the Riverwalk, you associate all the bars and the restaurants, and it's super busy. At least that's what I think. But the Riverwalk is quite long. So this portion where you're closer to residential, it's much more peaceful, and you don't have it lined with restaurants and bars. It's actually just a trail that people use to walk their dogs, take a little stroll, get a workout. So I wanted to show you just how peaceful it is. I'm not gonna walk down there because it's a lot of stairs, guys, and we've done a lot of walking today. But right behind me, you can see the Riverwalk. It's very peaceful, very beautiful, and it's a great spot to come once you've had a great dinner, brunch, lunch here at the Pearl, and you just wanna walk it off. Steve and I will come and walk the Riverwalk after we've had dinner here. It's just very peaceful and beautiful because it's not so busy and hectic. Now you can see all the development going on all around. You hear cranes. They are developing this building right behind us into apartments again. And this is also apartments here at the Pearl. So you also have, which we didn't cover, I forgot, on the Riverwalk down a little bit more, you have La Gloria, which is another Mexican restaurant that is really, really good as well. So many restaurants, as you can see right here at the Pearl, you have anything and everything. It's really for anybody. You've got some of the best restaurants in San Antonio right here. You've got shopping, all kinds of bars, coffee bar, wine bar, regular bar. There's even a jazz bar. You've also got a food court. So if you just want fast food, like In-N-Out food, not necessarily like McDonald's fast food, but they have that as well. And then don't forget market days, Saturday and Sunday from 8 to noon. This place is buzzing. You definitely want to check it out. So that is all I have for you guys. I hope it was enjoyable. I hope it was helpful. And I hope you got to see a little bit of San Antonio that you haven't seen before. If it made you fall in love with San Antonio a little bit more, then I did my job. So thanks so much for your time, and we will see you on the next one.